Alright everyone, Yoptrix here, and today we've got something pretty exciting to dive into. We're taking Yuji Itadori, Fire, for a proper test run in World Guild Battle, Arena, Tartarus, Labyrinth, Hell Mode, and even RTA. Is he as brilliant as people say, or just another overhyped Nat 5? Let's crack on and find out. Before we dive in, let's take a quick look at Yuji's skills and rune build. He's a cleave damage dealer with a powerful AoE third skill. Skill 1. Triple assault attacks the enemy 3 times, dealing damage that ignores all damage reduction effects. Skill 2. Divergent fist attacks the enemy twice. The first hit decreases the target's defense for 2 turns, and the second hit destroys the enemy's max HP by 100% of the damage dealt. Additionally, the critical rate increases to 100% when attacking an enemy with a harmful effect. Skill 3. Black Flash, maximum power attacks all enemies, destroying their max HP by 50% of the damage dealt. Additionally, it increases the damage dealt to enemies whose HP is not destroyed by 50% and absorbs their attack bar based on the amount of HP destroyed. This attack always lands as a critical hit. For Yuji, I've built him with a Rage Blade rune set, focusing on attack, crit damage, and attack. His artifacts are optimized for attack defense up effects, skill 3 crit damage, first attack damage, and additional damage by percent of attack. Now, let's put Yuji to the test. For PvE content, we're heading into Tartarus Labyrinth on Hell Mode to see how Yuji measures up. His third skill is an absolute killer. It attacks all enemies, destroying their max HP by 50% of the damage dealt. On top of that, it boosts the damage dealt to enemies whose HP hasn't been destroyed by 50% and absorbs their attack bar based on the amount of HP destroyed. Best of all, this attack always lands as a critical hit. Let's see how he performs, shall we? In Arena, I use Tiana to remove all harmful and beneficial effects from all allies and enemies, and increase the attack bar of all allies by 30%. I also use Wolyung as a speed leader and attack booster, and Cheongpung for resetting the fight and controlling enemies. I also use Galleon for defense break and attack buff. Alright, let's test him in World Guild Battle. We'll start with Battle 1, using Leo and Lushan to counter Sonya's speed. For Battle 2, we'll use a combo of Bulwark, Alia, and Borgnine. This team is really effective against Manon, who provides buffs. For Battle 3, we'll use Fire Yuji Itadori, Bernard, and Galleon. In turn 1, Bernard will boost attack bar and speed. In turn 2, Galleon will death break and provide an attack buff. Finally, in turn 3, Yuji will finish the fight with his third skill. For Battle 4, we'll use a Kali, Chloe, and Katarina combo. Kali should move first to buff attack and speed, followed by Chloe's invincibility buff. Finally, Katarina will use her third skill, which ignores defense. For Battle 5, I'll use Tiana, Cheongpeng, and Tesha. In turn 1, Tiana will use her third skill to remove immunity and boost the team's attack bar. Cheongpeng will attempt to reset skills, but unfortunately, Cheongpeng's reset skill missed Abelio, allowing him to heal his team and making the battle more difficult. For round 4, we'll use Fire Yuji Itadori, Bernard, and Galleon. In turn 1, Bernard will boost attack bar and speed. In turn 2, Galleon will death break and provide an attack buff. Finally, in turn 3, Yuji will finish the fight with his third skill. Alright, for RTA Battle 1, I'll use Fire Yuji Itadori, Lushan and Wolyong for speed lead, attack buff, and ally bar boost. I'll also bring Kabila to outspeed enemies, boost attack bar, and cleave. I'll bring Leo to counter Sonya's speed. Luckily, my Kabila was faster than the enemy Sonya with a 33% speed lead, allowing me to cleave them. For RTA Battle 2, I'll use Fire Yuji Itadori, Lushan, Julie, and Wolyong for speed lead, attack buff, and ally bar boost. I'll also bring Kabila to outspeed enemies, boost attack bar, and cleave. The enemy will counter Kabila's speed with Leo and Federica's Nemtrap invincibility. Yunu can revive, and Iban Nana prevents revives. Luckily, my Lushan survived due to Kabila's anti-crit third skill, and was able to use his third skill to cleave them. For RTA Battle 3, I'll use Fire Yuji, Itadori, Lushan, Julie, and Wolyong for speed lead, attack buff, and ally bar boost. I'll also bring Kabila to outspeed enemies, boost attack bar, and cleave. I banned the enemy Oliver to prevent his 33% speed lead, allowing me to outspeed them. For RTA Battle 4, I'll use Fire Yuji Itadori, Lushan, and Wolyong for speed lead, attack buff, and ally bar boost. I'll pick Leo to counter Ashia's speed. I'll also bring Kabila to outspeed enemies, boost attack bar, and cleave. I banned the enemy Magnum to prevent him from killing my team, which has a passive that increases their attack bar whenever the enemy gains a beneficial effect. For RTA Battle 5, I'll use Fire Yuji Itadori, Julie, and Wolyong for speed lead, attack buff, and ally bar boost. I'll pick Leo to counter the enemy's speed. I'll also bring Kabila to outspeed enemies, boost attack bar, and cleave. I banned the enemy Vanessa, who has a 33% speed lead, so I could outspeed her.